we went to intermediate school together when we were like 11, 12, but we weren't friends then, but we were aware of each other. And then it wasn't until we went to university and we went to drama school together that we became very, very close, and we ended up living together and creating together all the time. And so, yeah, our friendship kind of just really bloomed hugely in those years that we were together at Unitech. And yeah, like you said, we've been wanting to create something together as a vessel for us to work together, but also create some work for us, some film work for us, because everyone knows that in any industry it's hard to crack into the film and television industry, and so why not make it yourself if you can? So we endeavored to do that. We wanted to write a story that was meaningful to us, that really reflected who we were and would challenge us as writers and actors, and also give people something interesting and thought-provoking to watch. And I'm pretty sure the body swap idea came from just a night out. Chai-Ling, we'd probably had a couple of drinks. She says, "I've had this idea. What if we did this?" And like two best friends, like you and me, we swap bodies, and then and we're like, "Oh, great!" And that kind of just sat with us for quite a while. And then when we got the opportunity to pitch some ideas to TVNZ, which is our like national programmer, we pitched that as one of the ideas, and they really loved it and wanted us to develop it further. So that's kind of where it all started. I think a lot of great ideas start from just having a couple of drinks and just chatting and laughing. If it makes you laugh, we thought, like, if we like it and it makes us laugh, then we're onto something good.
Okay, was there? I'm just strictly out of curiosity. Was there like a second runner-up idea that you guys were kind of hoping maybe the powers that be would say yes to if they didn't say yes to the body swap idea?
Yes, we actually had another idea that we pitched that was more of it's basically another story of friendship, but involved a group of friends who, similar themes to Life is Easy. They were a group of friends. They were all kind of outcasts or part of certain minority groups, different ethnic and backgrounds and different sexualities and genders. And at high school, they were kind of like this dream team of like anti-heroes, basically, and they loved it. But then as they've gotten older, they've conformed to more of the norms that society pushes on you. And then at like a 15-year reunion type thing, they all get together, realize how much they've changed, and decide to try and get back to their roots of what they used to be. That was the other story in a nutshell. But they went with Life is Easy, so that's what we've got.
That's interesting. And Ruby, in your case, when did you get involved with the timeline here with the project?
Well, it is a funny story. See, I also went to Unitech. That's where I met Cole and Chai-Ling. We were all at art school, performing art school together. I was in the technical department, but I could see that those two, those classic acting jerks who are just basically like the same person, much like the story we've made. But those two, correct me if I'm wrong, you got some development funding to write the first few scripts, which is all great. But what I didn't realize is they'd put my name on this proposal as the producer. And then the funding changed, and TVNZ were like, okay, guys, we've scrapped the development funding. Can you just put a budget in for full production funding? Just for about $300,000. And then I got this very stressed phone call from Cole saying, hey, so we put your name on this proposal. Can you do it? Can you please put out a budget for hundreds of thousands of dollars in 2 days? Thanks. Bye. Yeah. So it was quite a hilarious shock to the system as a start for this, but I love it. I love Chai-Ling and Cole. Again, we've known each other for years and years and years. I love making stuff that obviously speaks to me as a human being, as a person, as a queer person, a non-binary human. So all this gender stuff is number one topic for myself in my life and in my work. So yeah.
And that's why we put Ruby down, because we knew that they were so capable of doing something like this. We were aware that they hadn't really done anything quite to this scale, but hey, neither had we. So, we trusted Ruby, and we knew that they would do a bloody amazing job, and they have. So, hey, thanks, Ruby. Thanks for saying yes, even though we didn't really give you much of an option.
Zero option. I couldn't leave you hanging. But no, I'm so grateful because, yeah, you're right. This was the biggest project for all of us. You know, we've all done loads of, you know, short films and documentaries and music videos and obviously loads of theatre shows, but this was our first team foray into television making, and I haven't looked back since.
Awesome, and that that really speaks a lot to the fact that this web series is the first foray into that realm. Because for someone like myself who doesn't know your backgrounds, when I watched it, I never would have guessed that. I thought, you know, like veterans had put this together and put this thing out there. It really came across that way. It's so it pops off the screen. It's got a really good editing to it, so the flow of it's really nice, and it doesn't drag at all, even when there's like quieter times or like, you know, the zanier times. A lot of the sexual things, it all just fits and flows really well. So that's really kudos to all of you and your team that you did this right out of the gate, and it's that good. It makes me wonder, like, what are you going to be doing in 5 years then, or something from now? My goodness.
Yeah, I really appreciate you saying that. Like, our whole team and crew had a huge range of different experience levels, which was really helpful to us because we wanted the whole project and the whole production to be a place of learning for people who are newer to the biz and everything, and also a place where people of higher skill level and more experience could teach young and up and coming people. So in the next 5, 10, 20 years, these up and coming filmmakers will really take over, hopefully. But yeah, that was all part of what we envisioned and what we wanted for this whole production, was a safe, learning, fun space for everyone.
Absolutely, and especially creating a space for people who wouldn't normally get the chance. You know, we try to make sure all the minorities were getting a good step up, especially in roles that they assisted in and had never taken an HOD role. So just the fact that we were giving a lot of responsibility to a lot of our friends, and lots of these people had come from theatre as well, so knew how to make art and knew how to make really engaging, fun, entertaining content, but in a different format, which I think really was a real strength by the end of it. And now I've taken a lot of them to my next project, which I'm just doing right now. So
that's wonderful. That's wonderful to hear. And if I remember right, I think I read something where, for lack of a better term, there's like a charge or a document with this production about who you're going to be hiring and who you're going to be on, you know, from the cast, you know, in front of the camera, behind the camera. And you've kind of already spoken to the fact that if it's minorities, BIPOC, all kinds of different things that people that don't normally maybe get as many opportunities, or maybe sometimes no opportunities, to have, here's your home, here's a chance to show what you got, and you can shine. So I thought that was really great. Was one of
the first things we did. We wrote a kaupapa document, a Māori, te reo Māori kaupapa sort of like process, purpose, I guess manifesto, our team manifesto for Us People Productions. And yeah, we always set out for the crew to be, I think our percentage was 70% Indigenous people. Is that the percentage that we set, Cole?
We said 70% Indigenous people, or people of colour, or queer people of colour, or women. Yeah. We went well above that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be that guy that's always touting, like, talking about straight white dudes, but we only had maybe 2 straight white dudes. Everyone else was beautiful brown people and so many queer friends and you know, gender diverse people. I'm non-binary myself. It was so nice to feel we would create a space where I knew I could be relaxed to be myself, and therefore it just gave us so much more freedom and power to really stick to our guns and make this thing. Yeah, so many women as well, just awesome. Everyone's great. Everyone's very good at their jobs. We just need to be given the time to do it.
Yeah, well, and it's also that also speaks to what Cole was saying about having different levels of skill set on the set, because that means those folks that don't get opportunities, and maybe they're also new to the industry, they're getting to see how it could be, and then hopefully they take it with their company or something that they do, and they have the same mindset. I had such a great experience on Life is Easy. I want to take this and do this with my project now and watch it grow. So that's just another way of expanding and teaching and furthering what you started. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what we hope for the future as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to ask, and I didn't know if I was reading too much into this, but the characters are called Jamie Lee and Curtis. Is that after the actress and maybe the Freaky Friday connection, or?
Absolutely. When Charlie and I, we were when we were coming up with names for these characters, we were originally going to call them the same name. Then we were going to call them like Nick and Nick, like Nicholas and Nicky or something, or Nick and Nicky, or Nick and so. So we thought that, and then we started writing the script, and we're like, shit, this is so confusing. It was confusing enough with the body swap, but then when you're saying, okay, so this is Nick with a C, who's now in Nick with a K's body, and then we're like, no. And then I think I came up with Jamie Lee Curtis because obviously Freaky Friday, but I am obsessed with horror movies and obviously the Halloween franchise. So I just kind of basically said to Charlie, this is what we're calling them, and you're not changing my mind on it. And then we just changed the spelling of Jamie Lee, and it worked.
That was my favorite thing on set. Just sort of noting the moments where people would put two and two together and just be like, Jamie Lee Curtis. It's so entertaining.
Yeah, I just remember sitting on my couch when the names were said, and I'm like, I immediately flashed to Halloween. I immediately flashed to that, and I'm like, that can't be a coincidence. There must be some intention behind that. So I'm glad to hear that there was, because I'm a huge horror fan myself. So like, oh, look at this little thing I think I picked up on. I'll have to put it in my review and see if it's right or not.
Yeah, it's a little Easter egg.
For sure. So when you were telling me pre-show that initially you thought you're going to be able to maybe film everything in 3 weeks and kind of maybe have some post-production or what have you and kind of be done, and it turned into a much longer process. Can you speak to that? Because I think I saw something where Charlie Ling was saying that when you got the budget, then you're thinking, let's have some locations, and it turned into like many locations, and everything just kind of expanded. So can you kind of speak to the whole timeline of shooting the show?
Yeah, I think there was a bit of a pitfall that Charlie and I fell into as like first-time TV series writers with a bit of money. We suddenly were like, oh, okay, well, we've got all this money. Let's just do whatever we want. We want this to look expensive. We want it to feel amazing. We want all these characters and all these locations. So we basically wrote whatever we wanted. And then it got down, and it was heavily edited by command from our directors, who basically said, you cannot do this. So we had edited it down a lot, but then even then it was still there was a lot of locations, which made the shoot take much longer. It was a bit of a headache, a huge headache for Ruby to try and organize the schedule for this. And and they weren't easy locations to shoot in either. Some of them were swimming pools, some of them were at schools, some of them were at our friend's flat. They were kind of just letting us use it as a favor, and then we kind of used it too much. So that was, I think, a big learning curve for Chai Ling and I when we move forward with our writing, either in season 2 or with other works, is just to really think about key locations and consider the actual shooting schedule. But because of this, it meant we went overtime a lot, and we had to do more pickups than we thought we had needed to initially. And I don't know, maybe Ruby, you can talk about the pool debacle if you want.
Oh God, I don't want to revisit the pool debacle. I mean, pools bring about so many interesting challenges. You know, the pool that we went to was a heated pool, and with camera gear, when there are drastic changes in climate, it really affects lenses. So, we had to do this sort of soft start, bringing the gear into the pool, get it all acclimatized and warmed up, then set it up. Then I would have to sit there and watch, just basically chewing my entire hands off as the camera crew just carrying this like $300,000 camera just into the pool. Into the span pool where Cole and Charlene are flapping about in the water. Oh. But we did it. And
Twice.
Yeah, twice. Oh my gosh, yeah. There, let's just say there were some amazing teachable moments for all of us during this shoot. One of which, don't lose a whole day's worth of footage, especially from your most difficult location that you have to go back to. So, to any first-time producers out there, call me if you need some advice.
Thank you for sharing that story about the pool, whether you wanted to or not.
It's fine. I'm over it now.
You've moved on.
Thank God for insurance. Ugh. Yeah.
Cole, one thing I was thinking of was that in terms of, and I'm trying not to give away too much for people that haven't watched the show yet, but the last episode is a cliffhanger. I'm kind of wondering, kind of the whole thing again, was there like an alternative way you wanted to end the series, or was that like always you and Charlene were like, this is going to work and this is what we want? Or were you kind of battling with one or two endings?
Yeah, I think earlier on we had to decide whether we wanted to leave it as a cliffhanger or we wanted to wrap up the series. There was a version of it where Jamie Lee leaves the country. That's like the last scene was her leaving at the airport to run away from it all and try and find a significant person in her life. But we steered away from that because that would have added another location. But yeah, we definitely wanted to leave it on that cliffhanger, but it was a bit umming and ahhing as to which character would leave it there. And we just had to really go through it and decide who had the most cause or reason, or the circumstances had gone a certain way for them to want to do that. So yeah, that's kind of what we ended up doing. It's quite funny, the feedback that I've been getting about from New Zealanders at least about the Jamie Lee character that I play when she's in my body. They're like, she's a bit of a bitch. Like, oh, I never actually intended her to be that, like that, but if that's how she comes across, I don't mind. That's fine. It's good. It makes she's got a way to go then.
That's interesting, because I think, I'm only speaking for myself personally, that with the characters, I found her more like a lot of people that I know. And I don't view them bitchy at all. I view them as kind of driven, doing what they want. They kind of live for today.
Yeah.
Wow.
And kind of at least have a little bit more fun. Maybe there's obviously some things underneath her, and her issues with mom, dad, that kind of stuff comes into the storyline. But I didn't find her bitchy. But it's fine if somebody else did. So be it.
Yeah. I think that's more of I think it's more of a New Zealand mentality, whereas where you might look at it as living for today and being spontaneous, New Zealanders might look at it as being selfish, whereas which is an interesting take, because both are kind of true. She does want to live for today, live in the moment, be who she is unapologetically, but if that's hurting the people close to her, then maybe that's the journey that she needs to take.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, there's cultural differences there, because I really like the story because I find Jamie Lee and Curtis quite annoying. I love how flawed they are. I'm sick of seeing, these really amazing lead characters in all these TV shows, but I enjoy sort of watching them and being like, oh man, I see why you're making these decisions. I get it, but God, just learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? You actually touch on something interesting, Ruby, because that might be partially why I thought the characters were like people that I know, because I think I've had times where I was doing things that I probably shouldn't have been doing. I knew better, but I still did them anyway.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of maybe like I identified with the flaws in both characters. So maybe that's more like I guess I have things to work on than myself.
But that's what we love about these characters of Jamie Lee and Curtis, is that they are flawed, but they are our protagonists. They're our the people that we strive for and root for in the show, and we want them to get better. And they're providing kind of teaching moments for themselves and other people who are in these situations. They're not these beacons of wokeness of like what you should do. They're a bit trashy. They've got things to learn, and I think that's quite a nice and fair representation and different representation of queer people in New Zealand, at least. Yeah, and people of color and people of different backgrounds who are going through certain things as well. It doesn't always have to be. You don't always have to be the shining light for people.
Yeah, and also just because you're a minority doesn't mean you're exempt from being awful or just as racist or just as homophobic and bigoted as, you know, the man or the other people that we as minorities work against. You know?
Mm-hmm.
We're all complicit. We're all jerks, essentially. At the end of the day.
One thing I wanted to ask Cole, we've got about 4 minutes or so here, that it was interesting. It must have been interesting as an actor to play a character within a character, basically. Because even for me as the viewer, sometimes as I kept watching, I was kind of like, why did that happen? It's like, oh, wait a minute, this is Jamie Lee inside of Curtis's body, or vice versa. And then when they're especially when they're interacting with other people in their lives, then it became like that's why they had to act, you know, like somebody, well, basically somebody else who's also somebody else. And so, what were the challenges as an actor to bring both roles basically to life?
Yeah, well, I think it took us a little while to decide how we were going to approach that when preparing for the characters. We decided that it was actually going to be easier if Cole, came up with the character and characterization of Jamie Lee, considering I was going to be playing her for the majority of the shoot, and vice versa for Chai Ling and Curtis. And so we just kind of had to bounce ideas off each other of like, oh, how would you do this as a man, and how would you do this as a woman, and that sort of thing. But it all just kind of, it just meant that we just had to explore and kind of give up on any sort of insecurities that we may have had about that sort of thing, and just be free. And then it eventually just became natural, but it took a little while for us to get into the swing of things. After the first sort of week of shooting, I think, then we're like, okay, this is what we're doing. But like I said, when we decided to make something, we wanted to do something that would challenge us and push us as actors and writers, and push the boundaries of what you would normally see on New Zealand network television as well. And I think we achieved that, but it did mean we had to kind of just go, okay, if this is our baby, we've got to suck it up and do it. And I'm proud of us and glad that we did.
Awesome. And I want to make sure that we have time here. We have the international trailer that I want to show, so people out there get a chance to see what we've been talking about for the last 28 minutes. So if the fine folks down in LA could roll the trailer, that would be awesome right now. And then we'll come right back to say goodbye.
What's a horoscope?
Yes, birthday ones are always more powerful. What are you guys?
Gemini.
Like an eclipse hides the moon, your truth is in shadow. Those closest to you aren't all they seem. Look inward. Honesty will set you free as the full moon rises.
Wow. This has been the best birthday ever.
Who wouldn't want to be you?
I feel the same way about you.
Get out of me!
Get me out of you.
I think I'm in my friend's body. Am I stoned?
Yeah. You're hot, girl.
I think of a few things I want to try in this old meat sack.
That's got milk in it.
Thanks, babe.
Enjoy shitting yourself.
I backed my ass up against it. Oh, climb that mountain.
Oh, and I need to see you in my office when you're done.
Did you pierce my ears? It's everywhere. Affordable exorcisms for 2, Auckland area.
$800?
800? Maybe has a poo. Ooh, punani. Thanks, just do job for once and leave me alone.
People like us, am I right? She doesn't know any better. What's your excuse?
It's fun.
Body swap phenomenon. Body swap stuff.
It's exciting. Can you stop touching my penis, please? It's diverse. I don't care.
No!
I like it. Jamie Lee, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Now, so you can watch it after the Alice live stream tonight and have extend your evening with a really, really wonderful show. Ruby and Cole, I want to thank you so much for taking the time today. It was a pleasure talking and getting to know both of you, and keep doing what you're doing down in New Zealand. Hopefully here in the US, we'll be able to get to start doing what we need to do, but we'll just be watching for what you guys put out down there. And stay safe, and thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much. It's been
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's been absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night or a good day.
Yeah, we will. I gotta go to work now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you, Mark. Bye.
Bye-bye.
But I can hear the marching feet. Hey guys, we are Nite from Dallas, Texas, and it is a pleasure and an honor that you guys are here with us. This is our rehearsal studio, and it's hot as heck in here, but we are so happy that the three of us are together, and we're so happy to perform for you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Days have come and gone when you were my only. No matter if the battles won or lost, you would console me. Who are you now? I still can't forget you. I need you lately. I still gotta have you in my life. Have you for my love. Through my hair, you were so lovely, but now my world seems so very wrong. I wish you could hold me now. Who are you now? I still can't forget you. I need you lately. I still gotta have you in my life. Have you for my love. One way or the other, I still gotta have you in my life. Have you for my love. Ooh, I must be crazy. You don't know a thing about me now. What would you want me now? dark side of the moon, you'll find me there. Talk to
I want to make a quick shout out to Panic Priest. He's a great guy. We have a remix coming out for him. Keep on the lookout for that. I also would like to thank Alice for throwing this event. Yeah. Thank you.
Darkness I hide, mistakes and my pride is for you too. I know whatever I give, it's never enough, but still you search for me. Even if I should fall away from your love, your gaze will hide my shadows. You are my moonlight. You are my moonlight. You are my moonlight. Fail you. Malevolent I am, can you still recover me? As dark as my life, as dark as my soul, can you set me free? Even if I should fall away from your love, your gaze will hide my shadows. You are my moonlight. You are my moonlight. I'm losing a life, losing a love for you. The darkness I hide, mistakes and my pride is for you too. You are my moonlight. You are my moonlight. You are my moonlight. You mean everything when the light goes dim. You are my moonlight. You are my moonlight, light. You are my moonlight. You mean everything when the light goes dim. pressure, just what we have in store. Morphine city slipping tools down the sea that we don't even care. As restless as we are, we feel the pull in the land of 1,000 gales and pour cement, lamented and assured to the lights and towns below, faster than the speed of sound, faster than we thought we'd go, beneath the sound of hope. Justine never knew the rules, hung down with the freaks and ghouls. No apologies ever be made. I know you better than you take it to see, and I don't even care to shake these zipper blues, and we don't know just where our bones will rest to dust. I guess forgotten and absorbed to the earth below. The street heeds the urgency of now. As you see, there's no one else around.
Hey guys, thanks again for joining us here for the online event. It's a crazy time we're in, right? This is all very exciting. We're happy and privileged to be able to share a little bit of time with you. Want to let you know that at wearethenite.com we've got merch for sale. Man, we encourage you guys to go there, browse around, pick something you like, help support us, keep the lights on here so we can keep cranking it out for you guys. Love you.
At the start of my day, well, I look at myself and feel fine. and spread this disease. Because I think you're kinda lovely and I'm not. I can make your wish come true. Dance with the devil in the moonlight. I want you to dance with the devil in the moonlight. Don't justify with reason, just give yourself away for all you ever dreamed of. Don't justify by your needs, just give yourself to me for all you ever dreamed of. Ancient prophets don't know what it means, that I have all the power in the world, I can end your poverty. Dance with the devil in the moonlight. I want you to dance with the devil in the moonlight. Don't justify with reason, just give yourself away for all you've ever dreamed of. Don't justify by your needs, just give yourself to me for all you've ever dreamed of. I called you by temptation through your imagination. Let's make this a reality. Hang it up and leave your soul for me. If you want it, you can have it. If you want it, you can have it. If you want it, you can have it. Ooh, all you've ever dreamed of. Don't justify with reason, just give yourself away for all you've ever dreamed of. Don't justify by your needs, just give yourself to me for all you've ever dreamed of. 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 Don't justify with reason, just give yourself away for all you've ever dreamed of. Don't justify by your needs, just give yourself to me for all you've ever dreamed of. All you've ever dreamed of.
Once again, we are Nite from Dallas, Texas. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Join us on our website, wearethenite.com, and Facebook and Instagram and all that other stuff. See you guys later.
Oh, like a thief. They do not want you here. Alone you'll face your fears. You long to save yourself and prove that they are wrong. Oh, nobody knows your name in this place. In this place. Why do you even care? Oh, nobody knows your name in this place. In this place. Why do you even care? Oh, 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 nobody knows your name in this place. In this place. Why do you even care? Oh, nobody knows your name in this place. In this place. Why do you even care? Oh,
Hey, it's Mark Sugiyama from Eclectic Arts. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Inside Out virtual tour with Alice. We're going to take a short 5-minute intermission, but we'll be back really soon, so don't go anywhere.
Giving into your night. The night is cold. Hey there, it's Mark Sugiyama from Eclectic Arts. You know what time it is. That's right, it's Alice time. Streaming to your favorite device. I see that the lights are ready, looks like the sound is ready, the band's giving me the thumbs up. It's time to get down. I am so happy to present Alice.
Hi everyone, we are Alice. It is awesome to get to share the night with you guys. Thank you so much to our friends in Nite and Panic Priest. Even though we can't be together physically, it's awesome that we get to do this virtually. So much love to you guys.
F. Hang on. There's one that's. Oh,
We're going to do a little tippy tap dancing here, technology tippy tapping. So thanks, y'all, for your super patience. Amazing grace.
Thank you guys so much for sharing your evening with us tonight. We have actually 1 week left of our little virtual tour, and it's been, as always, such a joy to get to spend the evening with our friends and get to check in with each other. So it's nice that no matter where you are, we actually can converge in this way. So thank you, guys. I see. Maybe I just want one world in the bright blue sea. Maybe I'm tired of fighting invisible enemies, causes that mean nothing while the world cries out for peace. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. I'm I was just checking in on our little Twitchers. Hi, you guys. I hope y'all are doing well tonight. We have this is what we call the slapper song. I mean, technically it's called Mirage, but we get to play with that here slapper. Or actually, I should say Sasha plays with that there slapper.
Oh, it's the organ. That's a foreshadowing. Tosh was actually doing audio foreshadowing.
Still going.
Yeah. Thank God.
Checking, yeah.
I was just checking on the stuff.
Checking on the feed.
I wanted to talk about what was that?
So I just wanted to take a second to address the wonderful industrial girl and Dusty Chalk were talking about the donations. And yes, indeed, we kind of approach it different ways every night. Panic Priest and Nite included their links that you can donate directly to them. And so please, by all means, go and donate to them. Buy their merch. They are wonderful, incredibly talented artists who deserve all the support. So please, please, please help support our friends. Thank you. And when we have just a singular donation link, we actually like to split it up. So we'll share it with Eclectic Arts and whoever else is involved. So, we kind of change things up every night. This Saturday when we do the Save Our Stages benefit, all the donations are going to be going directly to that benefit. So, and there's a donation link to that particular event. But if you guys have any questions or whatever, make sure to direct it to us, and we're happy to answer them. But I just want to say thank you so much for your generous support. You guys have really helped keep us all afloat, and it's just wonderful to see such a support of the arts. And every time we see a little merch order come in or a little tip come in, it just makes our hearts super filled with gratitude, because you don't have to. We're all kind of hurting during this time, and it's something where I know, there's a lot of us that stretch thin to make this happen. So thank you guys so much for your incredible generosity. We really appreciate it.
skipped 3 so far.
We've skipped a couple.
We've played number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Thank you so much. We love you guys too for the chat love. Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. We couldn't do what we do without you. So thank you so much for being so supportive and so kind and just your sweetness and, I don't know, the way that you talk to us. We're always so grateful. So thank you for that. We appreciate you.
And thank you for helping us grow, because I feel like as we've been coming along on this inside out tour, like your feedback really helps us. So we're like, oh, we should dial this thing down and dial this thing up. So thank you so much for helping us evolve. We really, really appreciate it.
So what do you guys want to do?
It's okay. Let's get to the
truth of the
icing.
matter.
Let's get to the...
I like the icing the best. All right,
A
so
little
this
frosting.
is our.
Let's hit the bar.
Okay, I have a
pancake
question.
frosting?
Cupcake or icing?
Ooh, so tough.
Foil.
Of course you would say foil. This is Gordon. Gordon Bash, ladies and gentlemen.
Foil. Without the context, I have to be a jerk. That's kind of what's going on in my head. It's all. Never mind. I like the creamy inside. Of course.
Okay, Scott likes the creamy insides. All right. So Sasha, what is your favorite part of the cupcake?
Okay, so this is gonna sound really cheesy, but I like the baking of the cupcake.
Oh.
Like I'm like, I made you this. That's my favorite part. That moment, I made you this.
So you like the love part.
I like the love part.
All right, Steve.
I like the eating of the cupcake.
He likes the eating of the cupcake. All right, Mr. Carl, what is your favorite part of the cupcake?
Ooh.
Oh, getting to have a second one, Carl says.
What about you, Tashi? What's your
Here,
favorite?
here. The icing.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely the icing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I'll make extra icing.
All right, so our new one. This one is called Bottled Truth. In the dark truth, when lights were gone, I've been a savior, digging up my cross, and with my master, with me righteous answer, just a fool for and shadows can't hear your call. Time has no meaning, there's no last hey, bottle, bottle, truth, hey, bottle, bottle, hey, bottle, bottle, truth, hey. Hey, bottle, bottle, truth, hey, bottle, bottle, hey, bottle, bottle, truth, hey. Hey, bottle, bottle, truth, hey, bottle, bottle, hey, bottle,
gifted a whole bunch of us tier 1 subscriptions. It's so lovely.
Oh, thank you, Goo.
That's so sweet.
So I guess this is our last one, and we're super excited for Panic Priest. Last time we actually played together, we did a really amazing mini tour with Panic Priest and Ice Antilla, and it was such a fun tour. We got to frolic merrily in the Midwest together. It was awesome. And Jack, you were amazing. We absolutely love your voice. Nite, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us as well. And Mark, as always, you bring so much beauty and perspective to the night. So thank you for including eclectic arts with us. We couldn't ask for a better kindred spirit, so thank you. Oh, and if you are unfamiliar with Alice, we do something called tea time at the end of the night. So after the Panic Priest set, we all just like kind of hang out on a Zoom chat and connect. So you are more than welcome. And if not, we hope you have a wonderful night.
So after the ensuing panic?
After the ensuing panic. Oh, I see what you did there.
Watch out.
my dear friends, wherever you are in the world. We are Alice, and we wish you a lot of love. Thank you for tuning in. Panic Priest is up next, and after that, our little tea time. But sending so much virtual love to you guys. Mwah. Non-COVID-y mask kisses.
Hello, we're Panic Priest from Chicago. Thank you for being here this evening. Just like Halloween, stepped out in the days, trashed out in the alleyways. But don't you go to sleep no more, can't stay awake and need some more. All set up like a guillotine, please to be your death machine. In this dance hall, synergy mixes with biology. Left, right, all the same, embraced in each other's grain. But now and then I need to score. I've never been so bruised before. You side up and get next to me. Please in all severity, we didn't love. Let's go now and let it burn. We didn't love. Let's go now and let it burn. We didn't love. Thank you. We'll pretend we can hear you clapping. This next song is called Pretty Evil Seed. And like most of these songs, it's from the new album, Second Seduction. Take a long, hard look at what you have done. You tore apart a warm heart with this thing that you were right from the start. Like a child you killed completely with curiosity and justify most anything to satiate your need. 'Cause you're a lot like me, my pretty little seed, a lot like me. You're born to be set free. You will eventually reveal your true nature to be a lot like me. My pretty little seed. You give it some time, it will bloom into dust, then fall apart. Little girl, cry when the promise of us. I'll please your trust, and I'm wild and shrill until then. With your ferocity to satisfy your every need, to satiate your greed. 'Cause you're a lot like me, a pretty evil seed, a lot like me. You're born to be set free. You will eventually reveal your true nature to be a lot like me. My pretty little seed. Not like me, my pretty evil seed, not like me. You're born eternally, you'll forever be a slave to everyone's need. Not like me, oh just you wait and see. I just wait and see. Oh, just wait and see. My pretty evil seed. The song is called Night Hunter. Darkness finally coming my way. They're hiding in the corner, sneaking through the pouring rain. without just any clever word to say. We're moving in doubt till finally you call my name. No danger's dangerous, no stranger's stranger enough for me. No place is perilous, no way that I would rather be. I'm living in the nightshade, hiding from the heartache. Hiding in the doorway, leaving on a morning train. A flame that flickers out, rekindles when it's down, stealing pain. We hold the empty vow, deliver and renounce your shame. No danger's dangerous, no stranger's strange enough for me. No place is perilous, no way that I would rather be. You believe you're finally seeing my way. Find you in the darkness, finally coming my way. They're hiding in the corner, slinking through the doorway. Finally they call me unrestrained. They've got me in the binders, slumber has become your prey. No stranger's dangerous, no danger strange enough for me. No place is perilous, no way that I would rather be. I think I said too much, like danger's falling just for me. This pain is endless, there's no way that I would rather be. Finally seeing my way. My little light wants to move around here. This is the professional setup. I used to do this in my kitchen, so this is an upgrade because now I have my own room for this. Here we are. This next song is called Shiver and Crawl. One chance tonight, I see there's an end inside. This dead 2 hours take me to your hollow ground. I feel it too, that little voice inside of you. Tell me this way, desperately, shiver and crawl. We're only slaves in this cold. This golden age falls 6 feet below. Kiss me now, shiver and crawl. With all these days too long. Too long. Tick tock, the clock countdown, it will start. Come close, come near. Your scream whispered in my ear, and I feel it too. That urgency inside of you. Kiss me this way, desperately. Shiver and crawl. We're only slaves hitting this core. And this golden age falls 6 feet below. Kiss me and know, shiver and crawl. Before these days fall 6 feet under. It's no wonder you can't live and breathe. What are you waiting for? Just undress me. I feel it too. That little voice inside of you. Tear me to shreds. Kiss me dead. Shiver and crawl. We're only slaves in this core. And this golden age falls 6 feet below. Kiss me now, shiver and crawl. Before these days go. So kiss me and know one thing for sure, shiver and crawl before these days are been gone.
It is hot in here. Woo! If only y'all knew how hot it was in here. By the way, this is Molly. Thank you to Molly for being here with me in this hot, hot room, which we're crazy for putting the fog machine on too in here. And also, I want to say thank you, Alice, for having us. And it's awesome because I have played with Alice and Nite before, and I love both of them. And in an odd way, we're all playing together again right now. And so yes, it's a nice thing. If you can donate, please donate, because these are shows nowadays. If not, sit back and enjoy. And this next song is kind of about being trapped alone. But it's a little upbeat too. It's called Lonely City, and I hope you enjoy it. we never let you stay. In the land of sand, there's a deadly wind. No difference to this town. You're refugee bound. In a lonely city, I can't be around. Susie Van Sound, Susie Van Sound. Reverence to this crown. No remedy found. No difference to this town. Your sympathy bound. In a lonely city, I can't be around. It'll tear you up before it tears you down. Had dreams that you'll see their sound. Susie goes sound. Susie goes sound. Susie goes sound. Susie goes sound. Thank you. This jacket's coming up. It's gotta, there's no choice. There's no choice. That's all you get though. At least until I start my OnlyFans. And that's it. You never know. You never know. This next song is called Bloom and Decay. And my friends in Twin Tribes helped out with this song. It is getting hot. Probably not for you. You're probably sitting right in front of your air conditioner. Temperature's just perfect. These are the benefits of watching shows at home. This next song is called We've Got the Cause, and it's a special song to me right now. I hope you enjoy it. Also from Second Seduction. Thank you. We're Panic Priest from Chicago. You got one more in you? All right, we've got one more in us. Thank you, Nite. Thank you, Alice, for having us. We really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for being here and tuning in. And we love you. We miss you. We want to touch you and hold you. Maybe one day we'll get to do that again. This next song, it's very appropriate for that. It's called The Holy Ghost. And I always like to shout out my friends Wingtips for helping out with this song. And you have a great evening. That wasn't the Holy Ghost, but this is.
Your king for a day. My wounded angel cold. I'll keep it all. Burn my soul. It's the pain we love the most. It makes us feel the Holy Ghost. In the air they leave you cold. And I will be your Holy Ghost. Whoa. You're wild like a child, crushed in denial. I kneel down at your door. It's all I'm good for. Burn my soul, yeah. Whoa! It's the pain we love the most. It makes us feel the Holy Ghost. In the air they leave you cold. I will be your Holy Ghost. Whoa. Need it the most. When you need it the most, I'm a holy host. When you need it the most, all around you when you go. It's the pain I love the most. You make me feel the Holy Ghost. In the end you leave you cold. I will be your Holy Ghost. When you need it the most, need it the most. I'm right beside you where you go. I'll always be your Holy Ghost.
be a Holy Ghost. Thank you. We're Panic Priest. Have a great evening.
Hey there, it's Mark from Eclectic Arts again. Man, wasn't that an amazing set of music from Alice? Whoo-wee! Every time I think they can't top themselves, they find a way to do it. Oh man. And say, we want to really tell all of you out there, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you for your support. And you there in the back, don't leave yet. No. There is something that's going to be happening in a few minutes. Right over there at the merch booth, the entire band's coming back out. They'll be signing autographs, taking selfies, talking to you about everything under the sun. And, oh, wait a minute. How does that work when all of this is virtual? Well, I'll tell you how that's going to work in the world of Alice. They have this thing that's called Tea Time with Alice. So you can probably figure out what that means. Go grab your favorite cup of tea. Maybe it's Alice tea. Or your favorite beverage, favorite adult beverage, whatever floats your boat. And come back here. The band can't wait to interact with all of you, answer your questions, and this is going to be the perfect nightcap to your evening. So please grab your drink and come right back here. See you soon.
Kitchen is the place to be.
You get it, Carl. Take it.
Kitchen is where the magic happens. Alright, no, that's not.
How's it sound to you guys? Can you hear us?
More or less.
Okay.
Physically.
Hey.
I don't know what that means physically.
Oh, they can't see us yet.
Yeah, they should.
No, we can.
Oh, you can?
everything.
You're making tacos.
Where's? Oh, is it? From the
You're at the
GoPro?
island.
Yeah, the GoPro up there.
Hi guys.
People are wandering around.
Yeah, we're over here.
Steve is playing peekaboo. Maybe that's Gordon. Can't tell.
Thank you for following.
Wide angle lens.
do you want these beans cooked? You want to throw them in there?
Yeah, just throw them in here.
What are you guys making? Can you
We're making tacos. So we didn't have time to make food before because we were rehearsing because we have so many things going on. We're actually going to be meeting with Joe Barry because we're doing Alice Underground on Sunday. So we were actually rehearsing that before tonight, and then we're going to be rehearsing with Joe again virtually after this. So we figured we should probably make food. So at a certain point of the day when you're like, my brain's not totally working right, I think it might be time for food. So I'm making it's like a veggie crumble with black bean. I'm sauteing garlic and onions. Gonna throw in a bunch of spices. Steve is making the guac. Yeah. Multi-cam cooking experience.
So who's gonna use the GoPro?
So the GoPro, we got multi-camera kitchen action right now. So
We got fancy.
So fancy.
This is our microphone. We've got a condenser mic set up, so it's like our studio.
But in the kitchen.
You know what they say in Texas, go big or go home, so.
You got that sizzle? You getting that sizzle?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Sure
that's
all the
so
getting
yum.
probably.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go listen in the other room.
Oh my gosh, you're such a nerd. He has to dial in the sound properly.
Well, like you just said, go big or go home.
This is true. This is true. What did you guys have for dinner tonight?
Food.
Is that good, huh?
Pasta.
Pasta?
Yep.
Yum.
Or was that lunch? I forgot.
What kind of pasta?
Just spaghetti stuff that you get from Walmart. Tossed it in the pan.
Yeah.
Poured some Alfredo sauce on it and called it a meal. I'm like, whatever.
So good. It does sound good. Simplicity.
I follow sometimes whenever I can, I try to follow the KISS rule.
What is that?
Keep it simple, silly.
Keep it simple. That's a good rule.
All right.
Yeah. Do you mind to turn them up? Is there a way to turn them up? Make them.
Crank us to 11.
Yeah, crank them to 11.
This one goes through that.
All the way, all the way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can handle 6.66, we'll be fine.
I think we're doing just fine.
Yeah, so we've been in like super rehearsal mode. We're already rehearsed for MKIO. It's so weird with everyone being in the room.
It's so exciting.
I can't take them anywhere. This is why we can't leave Steve.
What?
Oh my god, you guys.
Hey, it could be worse. The camera could be set to auto track.
This is true.
Thank you.
This is Dusty.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, whatever Gordon is on, I'll take some.
He's like naturally.
This is like this is an always Gordon
all
thing.
the time.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. He's just kind of a gopher right now. Up, down, up, down.
Endless hours of fun with Gordon.
Hours of entertainment.
I think I have like hours of footage of Gordon just being a goober, like all the times that we've toured together.
My heart is pumping. It smells so good.
I know.
God.
I'm so excited.
Dying.
It's gonna be so yum.
Smell it through the internet, I imagine.
Scratch and sniff.
No, I'm right outside. I'm right outside your window. No.
Well, other than Industrial Girl, I think I'm like the second person within striking distance. It just takes a minute.
That's true. Vegas isn't that far. It's just like a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't have 4 hours worth of patience right now.
Yeah, fair.
I'm about an hour and a half away.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh, by the way, you can just call me Yo.
Yo-yo?
Yo-yo. Okay.
Not Yo-Yo. That's what my mom calls me. Just Yo. Everybody just calls me Yo.
Weren't Panic Priest and Nite amazing?
Yeah.
The whole show carried this, both them and who was before them?
Nite.
Nite carried this 80s synthwave vibe or something like that. And I just freaking loved it.
Yeah. The first time we played with Nite, we were in Dallas. And actually we were playing as MKIO. We happened to play a couple of Alice songs, but, you know, this was like early Alice. But, you know, the first time I saw those guys on stage, I was like, who are these guys? These guys are amazing. So, yeah, their harmonies and, you know, all the things, their songs are incredible. So I was super stoked because it was funny. When I asked Panic Priest about the show, I was like, yeah, we're thinking about playing with these awesome guys Nite. He's like, I love those guys. So it's funny what a small world it is.
Can we just get the whole night at Bar Sinister, please? This whole set, this whole show at Bar Sinister, please?
Yeah, that's a great idea. I love this idea. We should
I'll drive out to it.
That would be amazing.
That would be such a fun night.
For sure.
Yeah.
I know. We're definitely getting ideas for, you know, in the after time when we can do the physical. For sure. There's certain lineups where we're like, oh, that would be really cool. So, yes.
Cheese. The cheese. Do the cheese.
Do the cheese.
That's the best part.
Alright, I'm gonna have a sat.
Have a sat. Oh, it smells like so good.
Funny you said Bar Sinister. Last night after the show, I was actually watching the live stream of the DJ from Bar Sinister.
Yeah, it's the virtual dance night that they have. Wednesdays? They have like kind of like a chill vibe, but like Saturday nights are their biggest nights. Well, biggest nights, but whatever. But just recently they started doing Wednesday nights up until a few months ago. And it's a different vibe than the regular Saturday nights. So really different vibe. Yeah.
Wednesdays parties.
Actually, I think I went dancing. I did with Corinne from Collide.
Oh, nice.
On a Wednesday.
Nice.
We liked it because it wasn't crowded.
Yeah.
So we're rather shy cave dwellers, so it's kind of nice. We're like, oh, we get more of the floor to ourselves.
Yeah. This was in the
it's a chill, more chill vibe. Not as many bodies.
Yes.
When we had the Salon series for Scarlet out here, it was for the brief time we had it, it was the Morpheus got away with the sets that he wouldn't normally play. It was more of a chill vibe that they carried. And I thought that was pretty awesome, even though it was social distance. If you didn't follow any social distancing guidelines, you got kicked out. But no, it was very good stuff, and it was kind of exciting and calm to be at.
I think it's really cool. I mean, it's kind of cool that they shifted and you know, made it like that. So
I think it's rad. I love seeing how people are adapting. You know, it's really great.
I did take a shot of the mannequins. I think it's not the shot, but they were using mannequins to like gauge the distancing, and one mannequin had like this cute little stuffed plushie next to it. I think I shot that right after they opened up.
That's so fun.
I've actually never been to Bar Sinister.
Oh, it's so fun. It's really a fun place. Look at that. Look at that kitty.
Oh, cute over there.
Cutters.
And once the quarantine lifts, somebody come out there and check it out.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It is
Bar
really
Sinister
fun.
is a great place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, in our little nooks and crannies, it's a really wonderful community.
Yes.
I feel I get the same vibe from you know, Scarlet. So out in Vegas, we just got such the best vibes when we went out there. So.
It's all about the community.
It is all about the community.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Same thing
Well,
in DC. We had such a great time at the pie shop.
Oh, the pie shop was so great.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
We actually played that show with Panic Priest.
Where was Pie Shop again?
It's
in DC.
DC.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only time I was ever at a pie shop.
Yeah. What?
Was that night.
Yeah, it was a cute place.
That was a really cute place.
Plus, I like that they pay you in pie.
I was gonna say I will totally sing
Yeah,
every
we paid for
pie.
pie.
Yeah.
They're
ready. Get yourself.
I know.
Get
They have
yourself.
savory pies, which is really fun.
So
So
delightful.
it's not just the sweet. I mean, sweet pies are of course delicious. But
Mhm.
we had savory pies.
Boutique.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to try your recipe for goulash with pasta that you mentioned, Dusty.
I did a pure vegetarian version this last weekend. This last weekend. With I tried to do it exactly the way I expect you guys to do it, doing it not spicy up until the very end, and then throwing all the ricotta pepper paste in at the end. Came out perfect.
Yeah?
So good. With kale and zucchini, just delicious. I have not sent the ricotta pepper paste yet. I will send you guys a link when I send it, but I will send it soon. It's packaged up, it's ready. I just need to get to the post office.
Thank you so much.
Yes. We're super
Don't thank me until you get it. I am epically bad, as you may have noticed, at sending stuff.
Oh, it's all good. Time is
But
fluid these days.
I will send it. I actually sent something today, and I am capable of sending stuff, so it's not a complete horror show.
Somehow, it looks like I'm not the only one with a degree in procrastination.
So, I was in an Indian restaurant many, many years ago, and we were all eating vindaloo, which is like one of the spiciest things you can order at a regular Indian restaurant. And we were all groaning and sweating and just making noise. And the proprietor comes over to us and goes, "Are you guys all right?" And we're like, "Oh, yes. This is our idea of a good time." Goes, "Oh, okay, good.
Yes.
My people."
Yes.
And he goes, "You know, Reader's Digest recently came out with a list of the 10 most pleasurable human experiences. And I am proud to say that my country is the birthplace of 4 of them." I'm like, "Oh, really? Do tell." And he goes, "Yoga." I'm like, "Okay. Meditation, transcendental meditation, nirvana, that kind of thing." I'm
Yep.
like, "Okay. Spicy food."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "We know we like it, but is it really considered a most pleasurable human experience?" He goes, "It's literally addictive. It opens up your capillaries. It sends tingles all through your bodies. It makes you feel good all over. And there are no negative side effects like drugs. It's literally addictive, but it's positive addiction."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right, we'll give you that one, especially considering the East India Trading Company and all that."
Yeah, when
What's
I
the
was
fourth one? Sex. He goes, "Oh, you didn't invent sex." Because we wrote the Kama Sutra.
Well,
all right. Well, you can't argue with that.
Got a point.
Yeah, when you've got to the point when you wrote the book, that's undisputed at that point.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll give you that.
Fair. Yep. Oh,
Yeah, I miss him. He was so personable. He always came over and chatted with us.
Indian food is definitely one of my tops.
Me too. I could eat Indian food 8 nights a week. Like
Indian and Italian.
Oh yeah. So good.
Yeah.
So yummy.
Yeah, Indian and Thai are my 2 favorites. I went and got some Thai tonight. Thai Thursday. Thai Thursday. So hard to say. Thai Thursday.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you did. You put the thought in my head. I've been thinking about it ever since Tuesday.
What did you order?
Gratin prick Thai, garlic pepper, chicken, and I usually order pad Thai, but you mentioned fried rice, and I realized I haven't had fried rice in years, and because I'm on my diet, I can actually eat rice again. Rice used to put me to sleep, so I ordered some fried rice. They had a house recipe called Pasara fried rice. It was pretty good. I should have gotten the Kaprao fried rice, though.
It's been a while since food.
I'm more of a Kaprao guy.
Thai food is like my soul I think of my mom.
So when I was working in Tyson's Corner, there was a Thai restaurant literally across the street from me. And I went there once in 1989. And it was like mostly deli with a few specialty items. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is good. But I just never went back. My friend, who I used to always go to lunch with, says, have you been back to that place yet? I'm like, no, why? He goes, they completely dropped all the deli items. No more gyros, no more steak and cheeses, no more sandwiches, pure Thai. He goes, all right, let's go. It quickly became my favorite restaurant ever in the whole world.
Darn it.
I went there 10 times a week, some weeks, once for lunch and once for dinner.
I love finding those places. That's so awesome.
It's so good.
I know. Treasures. When I lived in Houston,
I'm
there
not
was this
messing
incredible
around
place
right now.
that was Mediterranean called Ruby's, and it was like
I've been thinking about food for like the last 5 hours.
Oh, how fun! Yeah, and they had the best falafel. Falafel was so good.
Sounds so
good.
Yeah.
10 tacos.
It's those little places that you miss when you're.
Nah, this place that we went to
Oh, yeah.
whenever
Like
we were shooting a movie down in
Right.
Mexico.
Or the halal cart
It
in
was
New
called
York.
AL1CE.
So
And basically,
good.
I've never had halal.
it's
So we
like
played
it's
this
like a
show
hole
in
like
New
that in
York,
a wall.
and it was like 6 in the
And
morning.
you just
Load
walk
out
up and
wasn't
you order
until
whatever
then.
you want. And
So
it's like
we had
tacos
fun
like this size, but
rising
they're
up,
so
and Scott's from
goddamn
New York, and he's
authentic.
like, "Hey guys, there's a halal
They're so
cart." So
good.
I was
You
like,
just
"What's
eat as many
that?"
as
And
you
he's like,
possibly
"Okay,
can.
you guys gotta do
Yeah,
that."
it's so good.
What is it?
The halal
There's too many people talking at once.
Oh, thank you for letting us
sorry.
know.
Sure, make it if you guys want to sort of.
We got excited about tacos.
We were talking
They're
about
excited
tacos.
about tacos.
Yeah.
It's a taco chatter.
Yep, taco chatter.
The tacos I make wind up looking like half burrito, half tacos. They're like yay big, spicy, and good. And I don't when I cook them, I don't put them in oil. I put them in butter because it makes the shell taste better.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Ooh.
It is, but it is as unhealthy as hell. I mean, you're gonna gain weight thinking about it. You're gonna gain weight putting it together, and as you're cooking it, you're gonna gain even more weight. And you're gonna feel guilty when you're done.
And it will be so yummy, and I'll love every second of it.
I love that there's like a gain weight just thinking about
Yep.
it. Yes.
That's a real thing.
That is a thing because there was a restaurant at the college I graduated from, and they had this cheesecake. And when they put it on our table, this girl I was dining with, she goes, "I just gained 5 pounds by looking at this cheesecake."
Just by looking at it.
I got a cavity just thinking about
I was
that.
gonna say, I just drive past a donut shop. Like, yeah.
I had something to say, but I'm gonna shut up.
Steve is like the donuts are Steve's thing.
Yeah, that's kind of your jam.
That is your jam.
Is this backwards or forwards to you guys?
This llama don't
This is not your
drama.
Really? Oh, llama mug. It says this llama don't want your drama.
So cute.
No drama llamas.
No drama llamas. Oh, that reminds
So
me.
is it forwards or backwards? Are you reading backwards or is
No,
it
I can totally
forwards?
read it.
No, it's normal.
I read this way.
No, this way. No, this
That
way.
way, this way.
No, this way.
Cross the
There's
streams.
Calamari says hi. Hi guys.
I finally got calamari. Calamari. I just like yesterday for the first time.
So good. Spicy. Yeah, that Renfro stuff is like, it's not messing around.
What'd you guys put in?
Ghost pepper.
The ghost pepper.
We got a ghost pepper salsa tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have yet to try that.
I'll show them.
As long as you don't get something with the Carolina Reaper. I heard that's worse.
Ghost pepper salsa.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I've been able to handle every.
Yeah, that was one of the things I'm sending you is a ghost pepper hot sauce, a scorpion hot sauce, and a Scotch bonnet hot sauce.
Ooh, snap.
We're so excited.
That sounds awesome.
Scorpion is great.
Scorpion is new. It's from one of the big companies, Tabasco or something.
Oh, Tabasco. Oh, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we went when we were in New Orleans.
Yeah.
We went to Pepper Palace. Oh, and then we went
Oh,
to the
yeah?
Tabasco
The
store.
Tabasco
we did go
store,
to
and
the
they
Tabasco
had
store.
the,
They had the scorpion.
Yeah.
They had the
sauce
scorpion
for, like,
one.
a couple.
I think it's new distribution. I think they only started distributing it nationwide.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just got
Well,
it on
that's
Amazon.
exciting.
Like, it delivered yesterday.
Yeah, that was our favorite one.
I need to order like a box of that shit.
That's exciting.
I can't handle them. I have to like dilute the wimpy sauces with the hot sauce and sort of meet them in the middle. That's about as much as I can handle.
I do love
Just takes
watching
a
you
little
try
while.
it. It's
I
very
do
cute.
I try.
You're like a little kitty.
Sash, you should try some of this salt.
I'll
This is
try.
really good. It's
In a
really,
little
really
bit.
good.
In a little bit.
We'll have a hot sauce challenge.
We can give her another noodle challenge.
What's a noodle challenge?
Yeah, what is a noodle challenge?
Didn't you do it? It was in your tour notes.
Oh, the noodle challenge? What did
What's
you
the
do?
noodle
with
challenge?
Somewhere in Reno or somewhere. I saw it somewhere on your website.
You might have forgotten
believe
it.
you. It's possible. I don't even know where we've been half the time. So, what
Okay.
was the noodle
Tony!
challenge? Tony!
What's up, dude?
Hey!
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Tony, can you hear us?
Oh, there he is! Yay, Tony!
Long time no see.
Forever!
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Sorry, I'm outside doing a bad thing.
We're not judging you.
No
It's okay,
judgment
no
here.
judging.
That's all right. I'm gonna after this. I'm gonna walk up to the gas station, get some alcohol, come back, and play some Elder Scrolls. It don't matter.
I like that.
Scrolls and alcohol.
I got my water. So.
I'm actually playing Elder Scrolls right now.
Oh, dude.
This is actually herbal tea.
I got done clearing out the Shan. I just took out one of the bosses in there, so I'm gonna catch the Fighters Guild up in the main quest, hopefully. I do need to get into the Mages Guild to unlock the Persuasion line so I can stop fights every now and then. But then again, I picked up a perk about 8 hours ago, and for some reason, I felt even though my character, I'm underpowered, I felt like a goddamn tank.
It's a great thing.
Oh, Sash, I got something to show you. It's a book I got.
Yay! I love books.
What are books?
They smell really good.
I'm a
What are
reader. I'm a
books?
good reader. People say I have good cognitive. Oh, you mean those
Do they?
those things you
All right, so y'all know that in these games, there's little books you can pick up and read in character. You can stare at the screen even longer. I finally got fed up and caved in.
What? That's so beautiful.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Oh, I can't see it super close. What is? That's so rad. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's gorgeous. How great is that?
It's actually pretty good.
I'm so excited.
And what's neat is I recognize some of the titles from the earlier test games.
Oh, that's so cool.
And it's in book number 2, which is on the shelf somewhere.
That makes me so happy.
I'll have to put that on my list.
Yeah.
I want to get into some good books post-tour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Add it to your birthday lists.
Yeah.
Birthday
My dad
list.
says.
Birthday.
Yeah. I know, that's kind of my way of decompressing. I love a good book.
Yeah, it's the way to do it. Oh my gosh. The way it feels in your hands, the smell, the way you turn the pages. Like, I just love it.
Yeah, same. Are you guys reading anything?
I'm reading The Plague for like the billionth time.
Is it good?
It's really good by Albert Camus. It's kind of like a philosophy type take on the whole dystopia thing. So Albert Camus is like one of my favorites. So.
That's awesome. I'll have to check that out.
I'm reading
It's
Alice.
I guess it's kind of like The Handmaid's Tale, but better.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a lot better.
Such a scary book. That book terrified me.
One of the series I'm going to check out is the Shark series. I think it's by Bernard Cromwell. and it takes place during the Napoleonic era, and it's a fictional character, but he joins up with the 95th, and a lot of the events take place during actual events throughout the Napoleonic Wars, including Waterloo.
That's always fun.
Wow, that sounds fascinating.
I actually been watching it on Prime, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but don't you need a subscription for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only drawback to it. Somebody,
it has Sean Bean in it.
Yep. The running meme I see on the YouTube comments is all Sean Bean's characters died so that Richard Sharp could have his TV series. well, think about it. He has not died in any of those episodes.
Not a single time.
Nope. He's been critically wounded, but that's it.
Yeah, he's always dying.
It's not his thing.
Is Sean Bean?
Yeah.
He survived the whole series just so he could die in later movies.
Live to die again.
How about you, Dusty?
But you die so well.
He does. He dies so well. His death scene in Equilibrium is heartbreaking.
Oh my God, he was in that movie.
Yeah, he died early.
Oh yeah, that was cold, dude.
That was cold. So yeah, that was heartbreaking. I'm reading Alistair Reynolds, something Cold Steel Breeze, which is like a Pink Floyd lyric reference. But it's got nothing to do with Pink Floyd. It's science fiction, hard science fiction. And I'm reading something called We Are Bob, the Bobiverse, which is about
We Are Bob. Sorry.
Have you heard about that?
Yes,
it's
I've
brilliant premise, and it's so much fun. The characters is just, he's so charismatic. Yeah, it's just great fun.
Yeah, I love those Bobiverse books.
I'm only on the first one, and so much has already happened.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot.
So yeah, highly recommended. It's very light. It's very pleasing. I mean, people die, but very few.
Yeah, it's easy to read. It's fun. It's lighthearted. It's not.
Yeah, it's very lighthearted. A lot of cultural references: Star Wars, Star Trek, Futurama, Dragon Ball Z. I mentioned I didn't know who Goku was.
Oh, really?
That there's a character named Goku in there.
Yeah.
So they're all,
I called Goku Sasha.
Thank you. Well, I forgot to set the tea time timer, but it would have gone off a few minutes ago, so we should probably say goodnight because we actually have another rehearsal tonight that we need to get ready for.
Sounds
We're
good.
rehearsing Alice Underground.
Yeah, but
No rest for the wicked.
here with us.
Yes.
Yay!
It's really fun. We have a whole different audio setup for that, so we were kind of experimenting with how we're gonna place Joe because he is a wealth of really fun instruments.
Yes.
So yes, we are plotting.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have other sound additions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, y'all have a beautiful night.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out with us in the kitchen.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
so much.
enjoy. Cheers.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Love you guys.
So much love.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah. Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.